Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Sam Turpin, and although I currently do not attend West Village Christian Church, I was privileged to grow up there among your congregation, and a few summers ago, I even had the opportunity to minister to you all, both as a youth intern and also as a preaching interim for a little bit as well. So it's my pleasure to reconnect with you guys through this medium. Right now, I want to take this opportunity to offer you guys some encouragement during this uneasy time that we're all in. And this morning, I want to encourage you by telling you all that you have a purpose and that you are essential, not only to your community, but also to your church. And so I'm a very concrete thinker. I like to have illustrations out there so that people can kind of see what I'm talking about. Um, so I have over here this structure, and I want you to pretend with me today. This represents the church. I'm also passionate about the church. I'm passionate about people. And so in order for me to encourage you today, I want to talk about your position, your place, your role in the church. And to do that, I think it's helpful to step back and talk about the context of the church. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about this bottom layer, the foundation. In order for a church to be healthy, it has to have a firm foundation. Paul says in 1 Corinthians 3:10 through 11, "But the grace God has given me, I laid a foundation as a wise builder, and someone else is building on it. But each one should build with care. For no one can lay any foundation other than the one already laid, which is Jesus Christ." So in other words, Paul is telling this congregation that the foundation of their faith and the foundation of their church is Jesus Christ. And the foundation is so essential because if you don't have a firm foundation, then the rest of your structure will crumble. It will deteriorate over time. I know that my son is only 3 months old, so he's not quite old enough to be playing with blocks. But I know that my niece Abigail absolutely loves to play with blocks. To be more specific, she doesn't like to build with blocks, but she loves to tear blocks down. Um, and she loves to play with my sister's husband, Tyler, my brother-in-law. And she goes up to Tyler and says, "Build a big tower." And so he's a good uncle, and so he starts building a tower for her. But she does get a little bit impatient with him because he starts building this firm foundation that's long in order so that he can go taller. But like I said, she's a little impatient, so she just tells him, "No, no, no, Tyler, not this way," because she wants to, knock over a big tower. Um, and Tyler calmly responds and says, "Well, Abigail, in order for us to grow taller, you first have to have that firm foundation." So too with the church. In order for us to grow, in order for us to be healthy, we have to have that firm foundation, which is Jesus Christ. So in many ways, a church's healthiness is determined by its ability to remain tethered to the figure of Jesus Christ and all that he represents, the love of Christianity, the grace, the mercy, the hope, all those great Christians are supposed to uphold. So if we remain faithful to that foundation, then the rest of our church should probably fall in place. So it's important to have that firm foundation. But that by itself is not enough, right? If we build a strong foundation, if we remain with those two bottom layers, well, that's great and we have a firm foundation, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're growing upwards. So we not only need to grow this way, we also need to grow this way. Throughout Scripture, we're told to mature in faith, and Jesus' last commandment to his disciples was to go out to all the nations preaching the gospel and making disciples in Jesus' name. So we're not supposed to only remain focused on the foundation, but we're also supposed to mature. We're supposed to grow as well. So we need to grow this way and this way. Now here's really what I want to talk to you all about this morning, some encouraging news. You are an essential piece to this puzzle. You are an essential piece to this structure. If this is the church, then you are the building blocks that make or break this thing. You are an essential piece of the church. You are one of the blocks that God uses to fulfill his purpose here on earth. And we are so essential that we can help strengthen the structure, but also if we don't do our part, and let's say that that we do not fulfill our purpose, then weaken the integrity of our church as well. So you play an important part in God's kingdom, friends. You are a block. You are one individual, one piece of this grand master puzzle that God is forming through his goodwill. Man, isn't that encouraging? You have a purpose. Don't listen to the lies out there sorry, my son is speaking to you all. Don't listen to the lies out there that tell you you're not important or that you're not essential, because God tells you otherwise. You have a place in his kingdom, both in heaven and here on earth. You are the blocks. Friends, if you have a pulse, then you have a purpose. And that is a great gift that God has given us. Well, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great day.